This melody is in the key of E flat major. It starts on B flat. So we're starting with 3 draw notes. This first phrase with the 3 notes happens 3 times. So let me show you these 3 notes. It's hold 3 draw with the slide. We move on up to hold 5 draw without the slide and then push it in. It's 3 draw notes. Now, Stevie puts a lot of inflection on that. He has a phrasing style that I call the molasses approach. Excuse me while I button my shirt. So Stevie puts a lot of inflection on these notes, like little bends. At one point, there's a slide ornament, like a grace note. I want to encourage you, anytime I teach a melody or anytime I learn a melody myself, I say to learn the melody without any inflections. Once you've learned it, then you could add that other stuff. So playing it kind of straight. Right? Anyway, so if you've got the first 3 notes, that's pretty good because it's a big part of the melody here. Again, that's hold 5 draw with the slide, on up to hold 5 draw, and then push the slide in. All 3 are draw notes. Now, the third time, what is that? That's hold 7 blow. That's all it is. Hold 7 blow, push the slide in, and release it. Then now when we go down to the E flat, this part where we go to E flat, it's 3 draw notes in a row with the slide pushed in. So this is hold 5. It's just real easy. We're just sliding down the harmonica, 3 draw notes, leave the slide in. Hold 7 blow and hold 7 with the slide. Back to hold 5 draw and do the easy slide down. Here we are, hold 3 draw to hold 3 blow. Leave the slide in. Then we climb back up. We play the C with the slide. These are all draw notes. C to E flat. So we play that phrase again that we've already played. The melody repeats itself exactly the same. So that melody, it happens at the beginning of the song and at the very end of the song. Now, Stevie plays something in the middle, but we're not going to talk about that. It's a little bit different. It's Stevie's verse, and they have him like playing the first part of the verse on the harmonica and then singing the other part. And then I think Elton John comes in. So let me talk about this song. It was released in 1986. I'm old enough to vividly remember when this song came out. This song was a fundraiser for AIDS research. At the time, it was a disease that everybody was very concerned about. And it was, oh my gosh, Dionne Warwick. And Gladys Knight and Elton John and Stevie Wonder. Those 4 recording artists were on the song. The song was written by Burt Bacharach and Carol Sager Baylor. Am I getting her name right? Anyway, they used to be married to each other. They might have been married when they wrote this song. Now, of course, Burt Bacharach has written a bunch of hit songs, and he really helped. He was excited about Dionne Warwick and wrote a bunch of songs, launched a whole production company around Dionne Warwick and wrote hit songs for her. Do You Know the Way to San Jose, Walk On By, I don't know what else. But he's also known for writing The Look of Love. And of course, he wrote Alfie, which Stevie Wonder recorded that instrumental version on harmonica. A lot of harmonica players are greatly enamored with that song. Now, I'm telling you about Burt Bacharach because I've got a story that I'm going to try to keep brief. I'm losing you. I'm losing your attention. Don't go. I'm telling you about Burt Bacharach because I was very excited to meet Burt Bacharach in person. Now, there was a period in my professional musician life where I traveled. It was 7 years I traveled with Donna Summer. During that time, I met a lot of famous people. But Burt Bacharach was my favorite experience because I wasn't nervous and it wasn't an awkward conversation. It was a very nice, like 5 to 7 minute conversation with Burt Bacharach. I didn't have time to get nervous because I was backstage. Donna's manager said, "Hey, Ross, I'd like for you to meet someone. This is Burt Bacharach." And then I met him and we had a conversation. And I told him, I said, you know, I was putting my horn away and it was just real normal. And he's like a real nice, kind of down to earth guy. And I told him, I said, man, that song Alfie, I didn't even bring up the harmonica version. I just said, I love to play it on the saxophone, which is true. Look on my YouTube channel here. I've got a version where I'm playing Alfie on saxophone. Anyway, so I got to meet Burt Bacharach and we had a nice conversation. He wrote this song. The song was released in 1986. This was the song because I was actively learning the chromatic harmonica in 1986. You'd think I'd be better at it than I am if I've been playing it that long. But this was the song that got me playing in the key of E flat on the C chromatic harmonica. And I tell you, this melody has almost all the notes of the E flat major scale. It's just missing the F. So they're not exactly in scale order, but so this was a song that got me playing in the key of E flat. It was 1986. I remember being excited about the song. I remember just being astonished at the tone that Stevie got out of the harmonica. Stick around to the end here. I'm going to talk about some of the phrasing stuff, not just the notes. And I was in the dentist chair once and having a procedure. They knocked me out. When I woke up, this was the song that was on. And it made me so happy. I was like, there's that new song with Stevie Wonder playing harmonica on the radio. Check it out. They're playing it in the dentist's office. So let's talk about, so those are the notes, but he's bending that D into E flat. Now, I don't have every inflection down, and I haven't studied this song with a great deal of intensity, but I'm telling you, he does a bit of that. There's a little bit of a bend on the D to the E flat. Then he's bending those notes. Stevie has what I call a molasses phrasing. It's like thick syrup being poured out. It's not just straight notes. There's always an inflection and a soulfulness to it. And I think a slide grace note at some point with the C to B flat. Or right there. It would sound good if you did it anyway. So that's hole 4 draw. You hit the note without the slide. Then push it in real quick. So anytime you're imitating Stevie, it's not just the slide turns, it's the fluid nature of the bending of the notes. And the players that I admire that that will kind of mimic the Stevie style will really take advantage of the pliability of the harmonica and the note bending. Hey, if this video if you like it, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and then if you really want to support the channel, I've just launched, we're 5 weeks into it now, a harmonica practice club. Every Tuesday I upload a little assignment. So got a handful of students in there. The platform allows you to upload videos of your own progress. We have a little bit of a community mutual support going on right now. It's pretty cool. I'd like to get more people signed up for that. Look for the link below. It's on the Discord platform. And of course, chromaticlessons.com. I've got courses available there as well. One more time.